wasn't short. It was ended up the other side of the hoop. So it
This
must
will
be
be
a
for the
quick
hoop,
area
I
of the
think.
court. Yep. Another stormtrooper.
So Malcolm has multiple choices here. He can try and push white down behind the hoop so it can't see green. He could have an angled hoop shot, or he could hide from pink.
He's hiding from pink.
Yep. We might see a attempted white on brown, then onto green.
Well, if he's successfully hidden brown, it's almost the only shot that's possible. But Brett has decided that brown could stay there for the time being, and pink can deal with it when the time comes.
So this is very similar to the tricky positional shot Malcolm had when he first came down. See if it sits in front this time.
No, it's still coming.
Must be
hot.
wind. Yeah, it must be where the wind's coming from.
And that corner as well looks a little bit perhaps drier than the rest of the court, maybe. That was hit with some venom.
Yes, Brett is well known for actually breaking mallet heads because he hits the ball so hard.
Yeah, Malcolm's definitely having trouble at this hoop getting his weight spot on.
Yeah, great
that's
shot.
a nice hoop.
Yeah, it'd be very happy to get
hit that with as much.
Yeah, no, he used his mid-pace sort of shot for that one, and he's now got a 2-hoop lead, which he'll be very happy to have in the bag, I think.
Yeah, definitely, especially as Malcolm again has overshot the runway there. At the moment, he's flying like a Tiger Airways pilot.
Oh, stop, Wade. Oh, Brett's trying to help him out there, nudging it a bit closer.
Yeah. Good bloke, Brett. He might have actually done himself a favour because green mightn't be able to get to pink from there.
Malcolm's brown would suggest that he's comfortable with green onto pink.
Yeah,
which means
that is true.
Brown has to go. Yeah, it means brown has to go if green can see pink.
And it does. Brett's definitely got the swagger in his game just at the moment.
Yes, he'll be happy to be ahead, and it'll not that he can speed up any more than he normally plays anyway, but he will have a bit more bounce in his step, that's for sure.
He seems very attracted to those balls on approach shots.
Yes.
And we did say he might want to snuggle, so
An attempted block, maybe.
yeah. It's not quite going exactly where Malcolm is planning them at the moment. Speaking of not going where things were planned.
Yeah, he really wanted control of that white, nice and close to the hoop. He's left Malcolm with a hoop shot.
Green, yeah. Nothing like getting out of a bit of a rut of a few bad shots with a good one. So Malcolm will be looking to get that form that he had in the last game where he smacked a few through in a row. Yes, like that.
Looked pretty good. Yep. So pretty important here if you can hide your pink from the green, but that's drifted way too far.
Yeah. Like you said, the wind must be playing a bit of havoc because both these players are struggling with their positional shots that you would not expect them to be doing or having so much trouble with usually.
So attack pink, I think, would be the answer.
Just missing.
Yeah, the score's 2-3 at the moment, just so we're up to date. Here we go.
Yeah, we don't want to jib any one of these hoops. They work hard for them. Yeah, that's a pretty good clearance, that one.
Yep, and that
Sent
leaves
it about as
very
far
strong
away as it could go.
Yeah, leaving him pretty strong at hoop 6 with 2 in front now. Yeah, still struggling just to find the right pace to stop balls in front.
So a nice low pressure shot. Oh, at least it bounced out in front, I guess. Pink is around.
Yeah, he's still the favourite if he can get pink onto brown. But that might be protecting
it might
brown
just have got past. Yeah, I think it might have just gone past, but we'll find out anyway.
Yep. I think you're right. Yeah, there's a.
Yeah, he's put it off to the boundary. And the good thing is it was the boundary behind the hoop, so it makes it more difficult for Malcolm to get back and get contact on the white on the other side of the hoop. Because white isn't in the jaws, it's the other side of the hoop.
Yeah, Malcolm's going to have to run the hoop backwards here just to dislodge the white. No, so we'll see Brett maintain his 2-point lead. Or reinstate his 2-point lead.
Yeah, it's got to be pretty happy with how this game's going so far, but it can all change in a blink of an eye, especially on this hoop, because it's both the short hoop to approach from and clear from, and also if you get the good run through the hoop, you can be controlling the next hoop after running this hoop, so you can get 2 hoops in a row quite easily.
Yeah, that's very good.
It's a nice touch. Really puts the pressure on the white ball to hit the 7-yarder, because if he doesn't,
yeah, I think
dead
Brett's
in
already hit
front,
his pink
2
over.
feet out.
I'm not sure where pink ended up. Oh, there it is, a little bit deep and wide.
So white has to hit brown. Green.
Green.
And it has done
green,
it. Well shot.
Yep. That'd be interesting here to see whether Malcolm respects pink, as a hoop runner and tries to knock it away, or whether he plays in, leaving a difficult angled hoop for Brett to take on. He's playing in. So the first 8s, for those of you that don't know, actually have a slightly narrower hoop setting than all the other 8s. So these angled ones are a little bit more difficult. But not so narrow that it's the middle leg. And brown to protect green from white. Might be a jump shot clearance. No.
No, it's just a walking clearance.
Yes.
And there's no point clearing pink because he couldn't clear it far enough to sufficiently protect brown, so he just decides run the hoop.
Yeah, I think that looked like it was going down to the south boundary, I think.
I suspect so. It's going down, I think, to get marked in so that when pink plays down, it can attempt to get wide behind the shadow of the hoop.
Pink might be a little bit trapped. Oh, yeah, he's going a jump over brown. Trying to get position with a jump is very difficult, but he seems to have done that. It's slid by, a long way by.
Yeah, the positive thing is, though, the green can only hit that to the near boundary.
Yeah. So presumably Malcolm will play up the east side of this hoop.
So what's pink going to do?
Well, yeah, they all seem to be in a row, don't they?
Yeah.
Looks like it's brown or green. Or nothing.
I was waiting for him to hit white then, but he hit nothing. He
it's hard to
can't
see
believe it. It's like, hang on a second.
It's hard to tell the angles here, whether he could see brown and whether white can see the hoop. It's all very difficult to tell from where we're sitting.
Malcolm's sending the white just to the boundary and keeping his brown nicely in front. So now there's one ball 7 yards, 8 yards away, and another ball multiple of 10 yards away.
Yeah.
Which is causing Brett to have a think.
Yeah, his first course of action is to stop green from scoring.
He's done that.
Yep. And Malcolm's going to wait for pink to go up on the boundary so he can put in a block for brown, I would assume.
Look like a couple of road surveyors. And so away Malcolm goes.
Or maybe he was attempting to protect the hoop from the pink.
Could be. Took a little bit of a turn right at the end there.
Yep. I think this will be at the hoop. May well have hit the hoop and splashed across the face, I think.
Yeah, I think it was one of those Maxwell Smart ones. I missed it by that much. Would you believe? This much.
Yeah, there's lots of those in croquet.
So
and we might see...
That's a block on...
Yeah, we might see a big jump shot attempt from Brett here, if that brown is protecting the green.
Yeah. I'm hoping so, because that's what the punters want. They want this kind of long jump shot excitement.
Well, as the volunteer greenskeeper, so long as he doesn't dig out the turf like he did previously, we'll be happy.
We need like the cricket where they have the light up stumps. We need like light up hoops, so that after these big jump shots, they can like explode in a fanfare of orange color when the ball goes through.
Or some fireworks out the top.
I'm the Kerry Packer of croquet.
Well,
we gave it a bash. I think he caught safe.
Yes.
So Malcolm will comfortably pop this one through. Yep. The game has ebbed and flowed.
Yeah, so now Brett will have a little bit more pressure on this positional shot over to hoop 9, which is going to be pretty tricky in the wind. That's serviceable.
It could be worse.
We'll see if Malcolm likes it. It looks like he's aiming to hit it away, so Malcolm thinks it's good. Yeah,
He's
and
got
he's
it.
nailed it. Yep. So that was a great shot of Malcolm's nice free-flowing Solomon swing there in profile.
Yeah, I wonder if that area of the lawn is a little bit faster than the others because when they were playing hoop 4, they were overhitting quite a bit on the hoop approaches, and we're finding it again on hoop 9. And Robert
Yeah, it's
sensibly
quite
taking the
possible.
position just behind.
Malcolm.
Malcolm, the last game I was getting the brothers wrong as well.
Yeah, I don't think Brett would like to be playing both of them.
No, one's probably enough to play at a time.
So another difficult decision here. If he takes Brown away, he leaves Green with a hoop shot to take the lead for the first time in the game. And if he doesn't take it, this has to be perfect, or else Green's onto pink.
Green's on to pink.
Yep.
Mr. Green in the billiard room with the sledgehammer hit.
He's got some of pink, but not much of pink.
Yeah, it was a...
No, he didn't get any at all. Didn't get any at all.
Yeah, it was a miss that you wouldn't have expected. See, I made a tortured metaphor, and that's what happens.
Okay. So will he take on a 45-degree, slightly harder hoop shot? Might even be tighter than 45.
Yeah, going off the pink, Malcolm.
Jaws, maybe?
Yeah. He's hit it like he'd like to jaws it, and he has. No, it just drifted off to the left and went across the face.
Yeah, so Brett just wants to work out where Green is while he works out whether he's attacking the hoop with white or playing in. Looks like he's playing in. I'm not sure what Malcolm can see, but he'll probably be relatively happy if he hits anything, I think. Even if he clears Brown out of Pink's line, it might put a bit of pressure on Pink's hoop shot now. And that's through all the way to the north boundary. So 5-4 to Brett.
It's certainly got a good game to. It's one of the last few being played in the competition.
Yep. And trying again, just skating probably 3 yards further than he wanted across the face.
Let me see the replay of his hoop. Smooth.
And White also has gone way too far. So, not sure what he's going to do with pink. What would you do in this situation, Wade?
Oh, the $1 million question.
Well, a bit of tap.
Yeah, I mean, sure, but Brown's just going to hit you off into the back into the clubhouse.
I wonder if that pink was actually supposed to hit green away.
Yeah, we'll probably never know unless you ask him after the game, and even then he mightn't remember.
I'll ask him if he wins. But I'll stay away from him if he loses. Oh, he's still got a shot from back here. He'll have targets.
Yep.
And he's got the power to overcome any borrow and wind. So this will be a hard one. Oh, well, there you go.
It needed to be harder.
Yeah, maybe he was trapped behind the hoop or the brown. I'm not sure.
Yep, through she goes, and we're all fives at the turn. Like a good Melbourne Cup. We come around the final turn, and it's all evens. Anyone's up for grab.
So pink looks okay there. I'd prefer it on the other side of the hoop slightly, just so it's a bit more difficult for brown to hit it and stay.
He's got a good angle on that one. He's gone off in front of the hoop, and pink's gone off to the far boundary.
Yeah, brown will probably have a look at the hoop or the white on the next go round, and white's left everything very open. So obviously Brett. Yeah, sorry, I was just going to say, obviously Brett wanted white in front of the hoop, but even just so that if brown is attempting to clear it, you have that possibility that white will career into the hoop, maybe run it or stick around it somewhere.
Yeah, I tap on the ground with his mallet, indicating his displeasure at the outcome of that one.
Yeah.
This is like a hoop shot. A very, very, very delicate hoop shot.
Oh, that might have left Brett with an in-off, I think, maybe.
Yeah, that looks like a delicious sausage. No, he didn't take it.
Oh. Well,
He was closer, though. It might have looked different up close.
and now Malcolm looks like he's got a relatively wide open clearance. Centre left into the jaws, maybe through.
Ah, shot.
Into the jaws. Yeah, beautifully played.
Because not just that, there's no one there to do much about that, and he's can then control his approach to hoop 12.
Yeah, so Brett now has a really tough decision about whether to attempt to dig this out, which I think is probably what he'll do with pink, even though it's got a worse angle than white. And then he'll probably put white at the halfway point if this fails.
I think that sounds like a very sensible train of thought.
Couldn't see what happened there.
No, I got pixelated just when that happened. He hit it so hard that it knocked out the internet.
I can't see a ball there, so great shot from Brett.
No, it's gone.
Yeah, but even with that great clearance shot, getting green out of the jaws, he's still a long way behind in this hoop.
So Pink's going to have to pull something out of his magic hat here.
Yep, this will be a hard one, I'm sure of it. And it was, and it's bounced over the black pipe and missed everything though. Yeah, great hoop run from Malcolm. That looked to be the right pace to get good position down at 12.
It certainly was.
Oh,
and
dear.
then someone's put a stick in the middle of the lawn.
Yep. Yeah, this is a great view of running these hoops nice and smooth, so you get good position down at the next hoop.
So that's a good ball there.
Yeah, advantage Malcolm now at hoop 12.
He could have had it 1 yard in 1 foot in front, but the most important thing was that he didn't go behind the hoop.
Yeah, he'll be happy enough with the clearance on white and a hoop shot with green. He'll be quite happy if that's how it plays out. And Brett deciding whether to bring this in or attack now. Bringing it in.
Just rolled across the face a little bit. He was probably aiming to get it between green and the hoop.
Yeah, I'm sure he was. Yep. So not an easy
Not over
clearance,
yet,
but
though.
one that Malcolm will make more often than he misses, I would think. Yep, and he's got some good distance on that.
Yeah, his swing was certainly smooth then because he put both those balls off the court, and his swing was effortless in doing so.
So Brett's going to leave Greenwood this hoop shot for the match. Maybe that was a dribble at the jaws, potentially.
Yeah, it could have been another block. Either way, it was overdone, and Malcolm can win the game and the match, which he does.
And there it is. Well done, Malcolm. Good match.
Back to the clubhouse. And so now I think Kate and Serena are going to run through all the results of the weekend that have been put up on Croquet scores. It was a pleasure to commentate with you, Lester.
Yep, same to you, Wade. Thank you very much. Bye.
Have a good arvo, everybody. Bye.
Thank you very much to Lester Hughes, and thank you also to Wade, who've soldiered on through the whole of this match. Thank you very much, and we'll be leaving Canley quite soon after this. We're going to have a look at the state of play on Croquet scores. So if the team could bring that up. The first 8, I think this has already been updated. No, this is only showing 6 games for those top group of players. And we know that Robert Fletcher has played 7 games and is undefeated. And Malcolm Fletcher also has played 7 and was second on 6 wins and 1 loss. So these matches that we've just been watching haven't been entered yet. Possibly if you refresh the screen, it could tell us a bit more. We'll just take them through the way they are now because, Serena.
Yes, I was just about to say that, I mean, there's a heck of a lot of scores they're all trying to put in. So if we just go through and people can go back to Croquet scores after this live streaming has finished and check the final results. There's still a couple of games being played. All in all, it's been a wonderful tournament though, hasn't it? 48 players, 12 courts, double banked. Oh, the work, the tournament manager, even just the catering, the courts, it's just been fabulous. Yes.
Yes, I think we have to say many congratulations to the team that prepared the courts and have furnished them with all the equipment, set everything up, made the especially tight hoops on the courts where the first state was playing. They've done a great job. And I think it's been amazing to have so many players, first of all, so many players enroll, and secondly, so many players participating. 48 players is a lot to manage, and we've reached the end of the first 8 pretty much, and it's only 3:30. So I think that's fantastic. Let's have a look at the Croquet scores if we can. If it's not updated, we'll just live with that. That's a matter of what the tournament manager can manage. So taking this through, it's quite remarkable, the strengths in this first 8. Everybody, of course, had a win. Steve Harden was very close to winning the game that we watched. He did very well. Obviously, the Fletchers are right out there in front, but the others were very competitive. Do you have any comments on this, Seren?
Other than that, I enjoyed it thoroughly. I really enjoyed Robert's matches against Peter Landry, actually. I thought they were one of the highlights of today's coverage. And even this last one that went down to the third match, Malcolm and Brett McCarty, another wonderful match. I think there's a lot to watch if we ever want to go back and have a look at the Vision. Yeah, no, I've really enjoyed today, and perhaps we could look at the second 8. There's been they're very close, some of the blocks.
So
Clear
in the
winner,
second
Shane
8, yes, and he's played all his games with only one loss. In fact, this is why there's nothing happening on court 2. They were playing on court 2, but they've all finished. They've all played 7 matches in three days, so 7 matches in almost 2.5 days. They've really had their noses down trying to get it happening. If we could we have a look at the grid, please, for the second 8? So what we can see here, if we scroll down a bit, is that Shane Downey is ranked second bottom of this 8, and he's come through on top. He's a Victorian. So we can be very proud of him, and Richard Hinkster's a relatively new player and has come in, I think, 3rd or 4th. If we go back to the summary. Yes, 3rd. And Barry Jennings, very experienced, who's, I think, won this event in the past. So again, another very strong field. The third 8.
Oh, this is interesting, isn't it? 2 at the top on 6 wins each. Or unless Mark is still out on the court.
I think Mark as a result missing, but he will win unless he loses this game. He loses his net hoops. He has to lose by at least 5. 5 net hoops. But Janine McCarty was leading this block for a long time.
Yeah, everybody got a win. It's lovely to see people from 4 or 5 states there. Terrific.
And we have 2 women playing in this block who've both done very well, particularly Janine McCarty. So
3 women, Karen McGee as well. Karen, Kate and Janine,
4.
They've done well.
Yes. But Janine was leading the block for quite a long time and with only 1 loss. You can see why. Must have lost, I suppose, to Mark. So she's done well. If we can move across to the next one, I think the next one is the women's first 8. Won by Mary McMahon, who I think Greg Berry was forecasting would win this competition, has won it in the past. But second was Victorian Helen Gammon. Well done, Helen. And that is,
I think,
very nice to see a whole
Mary
8
jumped out of the
women.
blocks early. Yes,
Yeah.
Wonderful.
And
wonderful that we could
now we go
accommodate.
And we saw some of these games. Yes. The next one would, I think, be the men's 8. So again, a clear winner.
Although I think must be one still to come.
He must have a game to play,
Derek,
but he's...
Yeah, Derek and Richard.
Yes, Derek and Richard must still be playing, but I think he's the clear winner because he's got 6 wins and no one else can come near that. So a win there to Derek Bull from Newcastle. And we move on to the second women's 8. Which is pretty even.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think these games went much more to time. I think they were more timed out. If we have a look at the grid, we can see whether that was the case. Oh no, there's lots of
You can see
sevens. They weren't all
that
timed out. There were a
Yvonne
few timed out games.
Yvonne and Yvonne's still playing one game against Claire Keating. Still the results are due still for that game.
Yeah, I was just looking to see whether they were. I
Mm.
think they must have been playing slower because they did 2.5 rounds on Friday, whereas the others mostly did 3 rounds. But there are only a few timed out games, which you can see by where the winner has less than 7. So there's one game which Jill Sullivan won 5 to something, and one which Penny Morrison McGill won 6 to something. But perhaps more that they're more considered players, but not that they were necessarily timed out, because very few of these games were timed out, which I think shows that the tournament organisation really ran very well, and we didn't need to go to timing games out as much as they feared we might. They've had a system of a notebook in every cubby with the start and finish times of every game noted, so that we will know more about how long games take at the end of this competition than we have probably ever known before. Very interesting to all those people who are keen on running tournaments, of whom there should be many more than there are now. Very interesting task. Okay, so congratulations to the Fletcher brothers, Robert and Malcolm, who have taken out first and second in the President's 8 for this tournament, and to all the others that we've seen have done so well over the time. Thank you to the tournament organising team. There have been 3 people in the office most of the time. So Helen and Janet and her team, and the referees, and the MySport Live team, who have really coped very well with having 2 games on the court. Be very interested in getting feedback from people who watch this broadcast as to how that was managed, because we thought it was going to be a real challenge, and we think it worked out okay. And the catering. Lovely comment last night in the players' meeting about the catering. It was so nice to have catering back after all this time when we have not been able to eat together in the COVID time. Very sociable and pleasant. And thank you to the catering team from R&B, who offered to put it on and did an extremely good job. Any parting comments from you, Serena?
No, welcome. Looking forward to seeing you all next year, I think. It's about the only thing I can say. I think it's just been a fabulously well-run tournament, event, championship. Yes, yeah. Looking forward to it next year.
And we have another event coming up in May, which will be May 2023, which will be the Golf Croquet Open Championships. So if you're interested in golf croquet and you want to follow the fortunes of the players who are here, I imagine very many of them will be entering that championship as well. So see you all again then. Bye for now.
Bye.
Jones is out. Can it get over the top of Anderson? Tracks all the way back in. It does. And he's locked in, but what a goal!